Hi, I'm Josh from JK Tech, and today I'm going to review the iPhone 12 Pro. So maybe you're thinking, wait a minute, isn't the iPhone 13 Pro already out? Yes, it is, but even though it's out, I still wanted to look at the iPhone 12 Pro because I don't have the iPhone 13 Pro. I want to see if it's really worth it to buy the iPhone 13 Pro or if you can just buy this one and you're better off instead saving like 50 bucks. So let's get started. So let's start with an unboxing. So you can see here the iPhone 12 Pro on top. Let's take it out. And look at this. That's the camera bump there. So it didn't fit without this little thing. I tried it. It doesn't fit. If you like put it the wrong way around, it doesn't fit. It's really weird. And that is the cable that's not there. I forgot it, sorry. And so we have there some Apple stickers, actually only one Apple sticker, and a quick start guide with some information in there but that you never read actually. It's quite clean packaging, but I wish you would get a charging brick. Even by the iPhone 13 Pro, you also wouldn't get a charging brick. So nothing much different there. So as I'm outside, I was looking at the design of this phone and it's really beautiful. It's a jewel. The camera bump, everything just looks right. Everything looks precisionally built. The frame is made out of really high-end stainless steel, one of the best on the market, and it's polished like crazy. You could use this as a mirror. It's also really flat, as you can see, because these iPhone 12s have a new design. And the camera bump is quite big, but the iPhone 13 Pro Max or Pro has a really big camera bump. That's like almost half the size of the phone. So this one's not as big, but also quite big. And that could be an advantage to the iPhone 12 Pro. It is also waterproof, so you don't have to worry. It's IP68 certified for 6 meters and 30 minutes, the same as the 13 Pro or Pro Max, so no complaints there. Also on the 13 Pro Max and Pro, you also have an Lightning port, so nothing changed there. This phone, surprisingly enough, doesn't have a really good screen for its price. It has a 6.1-inch OLED screen with 60 Hz refresh rate, HDR10 Plus certified. So actually it has all the bells and whistles, just that 120 Hz and the AMOLED technique. It is OLED, as you can see there. Yeah, I told you before, but it's not AMOLED. So AMOLED is you can have an always-on display. But the iPhone 13 Pro also doesn't have that. But it has 120 Hz, and that's a big difference. But it still has a good screen, the iPhone 12 Pro. It has one of the best screens for $500 to $600, but not more. It's not the best anymore. It's actually one of the worst. The stereo speakers are good though, as you can listen right now. So I would say speakers top, display flop. I mean, the display is not a flop, it's great, but it's just not good enough for 2021 standards. There, the iPhone 13 Pro does have a better screen. And you also have a notch on this phone. That's also not really common in 2021 and also looks quite old. Some people say it's stylish, but I just personally think it just doesn't look modern. If I'm totally honest with you, this phone has good enough specs to last you 4 or 5 years. Next. Okay. So this phone has the A14 Bionic chip. So almost the newest, still outperforms the Snapdragon 888 Plus, is really strong, has 6 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of storage. In this model, you can go up to 512 or down to 128 gigabytes of storage. That's everything actually. Next. So let's talk about the cameras. We have a 12 megapixel primary lens, a 12 megapixel telephoto lens, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide lens. So I'm not going to show you any photo samples this time around because it's difficult to transfer data from iOS to Android, and I publish my videos on Android phones. So next time when I'm going to make a iPhone versus somebody else comparison, there'll be photos, so stay tuned for that, and then you can watch my full in-depth review of the cameras of the iPhone 12 Pro. In my experience, they were really good. Those photos, top in class. You can't make them better, actually. I mean, it's an iPhone. The video is also the best I've ever seen. The 13 Pro has a little bit better video, but I don't think you will notice. The photos are also dramatically better, actually, by the iPhone 13 Pro. That could be a difference, but I mean, this is also a top of the line flagship camera. Has a LiDAR sensor, you can see there, for depth information. So if you want to make a portrait, it looks much better. And flash, I mean, what you want more actually? Well, maybe a little bit more zoom. Only 2 times optical and 12 times digital. Come on, iPhone. Maybe a little bit more. Next time, 3 times optical and 15 times digital was by iPhone 13 Pro. It's not amazing. Samsung makes like 5 to 10 times optical zooms, and that's also in the same price bracket. But they just make better videos, so I don't think you can be upset with this camera system. So what's my verdict? I would say just go for the iPhone 13 Pro, not for this phone. I mean, it is really good. There's no doubt. I mean, still now it's really good. I would buy it if there wouldn't be the iPhone 13 Pro. I would say I would go buy it if you want an iPhone. But the problem is there is an iPhone 13 Pro or Pro Max that's so much better. Not so much, but it's just better. And that's why $50 is not a huge deal. So I would just buy the iPhone 13 Pro. Please don't forget to subscribe. Either way, that's been it. Till next time. Bye bye.